are Cristina
and Andrés,
and together we are Uno, Dos, Tres, Andrés.
and we love exploring the Americas.
We're inviting you to travel with us. But before we head out, we need a map.
North America,
North America,
South America,
South America,
Central America,
Central America,
the Caribbean,
the Caribbean,
North America,
North America,
South America,
South America,
Central America,
Central America,
the Caribbean.
the Caribbean.
And we continue traveling around the Americas. And Cristina, today we're going to Central America.
Vamos a Centroamérica.
Yes, and I want you to guess which country are we going to visit in Central America. And we're going to do it by listening. Escucha, escucha, listen, escucha. You hear that? What do you hear?
Andrés, I hear the marimba. And I know that the marimba is the national instrument of Guatemala. So I bet we are heading to Guatemala today.
You got it. We're going to Guatemala, and we have our friend Hilda with us to show us and tell us everything about the Guatemalan marimba. Hello, Hilda.
Hello, hola.
Hola, hola, hola. Tell us about the marimba.
Sí, en Guatemala la marimba está en todo el país.
Hilda told us that the marimba tradition is important in all parts of the country.
Hay diferentes tipos de marimbas.
The marimba is made out of wood and it's very large. Marimbas have 1 or 2 rows of wooden bars. Each bar is a different length and makes a different note.
Están hechas totalmente de madera, son artesanales y se tocan con baquetas.
Baquetas is the Spanish word for drumsticks or mallets, and they're used to play the marimba.
Con esas percutimos y ya sale el sonido.
How long have you been playing marimba?
Yo soy maestra de música y he estado tocando marimba por 10 años ya.
Hilda is a music teacher and has been playing the marimba for over 10 years. She travels all across Guatemala performing.
How do you travel around with that big marimba?
Es muy complicado porque la marimba es muy grande.
Hilda explained that musicians have to travel in special buses to take their marimbas with them. Luckily, there are marimbas all over Guatemala, so they can usually borrow one wherever they're going. That's because marimbas are the national instrument of Guatemala.
Acá en Guatemala es instrumento nacional, símbolo patrio.
In Guatemala, about 40% of the population is made up of indigenous Mayans, and playing the marimba is an important part of expressing their culture. You can hear marimba music across the country at moments that bring the community together, like weddings, quinceañeras, and funerals, and at community events like festivals and holidays. Hilda says she grew up listening to the marimba just about every day at lunchtime.
Every place we have visited and every place around the world, music is central part of culture and it becomes part of everyday life.
15 de septiembre, que aquí se celebra el Día de la Independencia, también escuchamos marimba en todos lados. Entonces, en cualquier celebración hay marimba.
The biggest time to hear marimba, Hilda explained, is on September 15th, Guatemala's Independence Day. But the marimba is a part of everyday life. We can make our own marimba at home. Try the Marimba Challenge. To make a marimba at home, look for some glass cups and some water. On a marimba, the longer the wooden bar is, the deeper the note is. The more wood there is to make the sound resonate. With our marimba at home, the more water there is, the more mass there is to make the glass vibrate. And the less water there is, the less mass there is, so it makes a higher pitched sound. You could also try a ceramic mug. Just like the glass, it will make a nice ding, and you can put more or less water to make a lower or higher pitch. Try playing this song. Bah.
Ahora les vamos a mostrar cómo es que suena el son en la marimba.
Hilda was playing a son for us using 4 baquetas. But we knew that wasn't the only style of Guatemalan marimba music.
Y ahora vamos a escuchar cómo suena una guarimba.
There are many genres of Guatemalan marimba music, and the guarimba was another. Hilda told us it's less traditional and more popular in the big cities. I was starting to get curious about the baquetas and how she could play the marimba with 2 baquetas in each hand.
Tengo los diferentes tipos de baquetas.
Hilda explained that marimba baquetas are wooden sticks with tips that are either rubber balls or wool packed into a tight little ball. She explained that she uses different baquetas depending on which notes she's going to be playing on the marimba. The larger baquetas are a little softer, and musicians use them to play the deeper notes. The baquetas with smaller tips, on the other hand, are more dense, which means that the rubber is packed more tightly. Those are used for the higher notes. If you use the wrong baqueta, the marimba won't make the right sound.
No suena.
Let's try a different baqueta, shall we?
Acá.
That's better. In order to play lots of notes on our marimba and to play multiple notes at the same time, we can't grow extra hands. So we just put more baquetas in our hands. Try the baqueta challenge. Hilda taught us how to hold 2 baquetas in your hand at the same time.
Vamos a utilizar esta técnica. Agarramos la primera entre el dedo índice y el medio. Y tiene que pasar acá, ¿ven? Entonces cerramos la mano y está. Y luego la otra la colocamos nada más acá abajo, entre el pulgar y el índice. Y después solo cerramos y nos queda este agarre, ya con las 2 baquetas.
Put the first baqueta between your pointer and middle finger, and the next baqueta between your thumb and pointer finger. Make an X. Now close your hand. There you go. Now let's repeat with our other hand. We got it. Now let's try some patterns with our marimba. Sometimes you use your baquetas to play multiple notes at the same time, like this. Sometimes you use your baquetas to alternate 2 different notes, like this. And sometimes you mix it up.
El trémolo siempre es alternando las 2 manos.
The trémolo is when you get that fluttery sound on the marimba.
El trémolo, una mano y otra.
The way you do it is by alternating your hands very quickly. Use your marimba and your baquetas to create patterns and make up a song. Hilda, when you are performing at a concert, what other instruments are there? What other musicians would be on stage?
Bueno, acá hay varias formas de interpretar marimba.
Hilda explained that most of the time, marimba musicians play the marimba as a group of 2 or even up to 5 marimbas playing at the same time together. We wanted to hear what it sounded like, so Hilda cloned herself. Nah, just kidding. She recorded this video for us. left, you can see Hilda playing the melody, and on the right, Hilda is playing the rhythm and the harmony.
Aparte de las dos marimbas, también utilizamos percusión.
Hilda was just telling us that, besides marimbas playing together, traditional Guatemalan music also uses percussion instruments that are native to that part of the world. The instruments we were going to see next were developed by indigenous peoples. Mayans, Aztecs, and other cultures have been using them for thousands of years, and musicians are still using them today.
El que ahorita les vamos a enseñar, estos son los chinchines. Acá se les dice chinchines, que son también como unas maracas. Y estas suenan.
The chinchines are shakers, traditionally made of dried fruits filled with seeds or grains of a special corn to make that chin-chin sound.
Chin chin.
Este es un tun.
Next up was the tun drum. It's made of bamboo and hollow inside, and it has a cut shaped like an H on the side. That gives it two spots where it can play two different sounds.
Y esto se utiliza en los sones. Es muy tradicional.
The chinchines and tun are used to play the son rhythm in Guatemalan marimba music. We wanted to hear what it sounded like, so Hilda cloned herself again. Well, you know what I mean. We wanted to see if we could play the Guatemalan son rhythm, so we asked Hilda to break it down.
Se va a escuchar así.
Hilda had been showing us the Guatemalan son that has the marimba and also the chinchines and the tun drum. Try the son challenge. The first thing you need are some chinchines. We are using empty containers with rice inside. The next thing you need is a tun. Traditionally, the tun can make two different sounds because of that H-shaped cut on the side. But for this rhythm, we only need a tun that makes one sound, so we're using a coffee can. You're going to be playing both instruments at the same time, so hold your two chinchines in your hands and find a table or somewhere you can put your tun. Now let's get ready to try the rhythm.
El ritmo primero, chinchines.
We were just getting the hang of it when Hilda said there was a variation that we should try.
Podríamos quitarle este también, ¿escuchan? Very good.
Are you ready for the Estrellita challenge?
Sí.
All right, this is what you're going to do. You're going to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in one of the genres of Guatemalan marimba. Can you do that?
Está bien.
Súper bien, Hilda!
We've been so lucky, so privileged to visit Guatemala in person, and what we saw, there's music, there's culture, and there's really nice, talented young people just like you. Thank you, Hilda, for showing us the marimba and your beautiful music.
Muchas gracias a ustedes también y espero que les haya gustado y que vengan a Guatemala.
Gracias, Hilda. Adiós.
Adiós.
Christina, this has been an amazing adventure, and thank you for traveling with us.
This series was created with funds from young audiences of New Jersey and Eastern Pennsylvania. Muchas gracias por hacer este programa posible.
1, 2, 3, Andrés.